They call it the land of morning calm. But South Korea hides some of the world's most surprising social secrets. Behind the polished K-pop image and technological marvels lies a country caught between ancient traditions and modern rebellion. Young Koreans live double lives, bowing respectfully to elders by day, then breaking every social rule once the sun sets. From underground love motels operating 24/7 to coffee shops that aren't really about coffee, this peninsula holds cultural contradictions that will shock you. Today we're counting down 15 mind-bending facts about real life in South Korea, the social rules, dating taboos, and hidden nightlife that locals don't want tourists to see. Buckle up, because what you think you know about Korean culture is about to be completely turned upside down. Fact number 15. Tattoo's still a silent taboo. Walk through Seoul's trendy Hongdae district and you'll notice something strange. Despite Korea's reputation for embracing youth culture, tattoos remain largely invisible. This isn't coincidence. It's centuries of cultural conditioning. Korean society has long associated tattoos with organized crime, dating back to when gang members marked their bodies to show loyalty and rank. Even today, many Koreans automatically assume tattooed individuals have criminal connections. The consequences are real and immediate. Gyms routinely ban tattooed members. Public pools post signs prohibiting entry, and even some restaurants discreetly refuse service. Young Koreans with tattoos often wear long sleeves year-round, covering intricate artwork that costs thousands of dollars. The irony runs deeper. While Korea exports tattoo-inspired fashion, and K-pop stars sport temporary designs, actual ink remains socially toxic. Professional consequences follow people throughout their careers. Teachers, government workers, and corporate employees often face disciplinary action if tattoos become visible. Some companies include no visible tattoos clauses in employment contracts. Medical professionals report that patients sometimes refuse treatment from tattooed doctors, regardless of their qualifications. This creates an underground tattoo culture where artists operate in legal gray areas, and clients keep their body art completely secret. Many Korean tattoo parlors disguise themselves as regular businesses, with artists technically classified as skin artists rather than tattoo professionals. The contradiction perfectly captures modern Korea, a nation embracing global trends, while clinging to traditional prejudices that refuse to fade. Fact number 14. Coffee shops as love hotels. Korean coffee culture goes far beyond caffeine. Addiction it has become an elaborate cover for romance in a country where privacy is nearly impossible to find. Theme cafes throughout Seoul serve as secret dating hideouts for young couples desperate to escape watchful parents and cramped living situations. These aren't your typical Starbucks locations. They're carefully designed romantic refuges disguised as innocent coffee businesses. Step inside a couple cafe and the real purpose becomes obvious. Private booths with curtains line the walls. Dim lighting creates intimate atmospheres. In some locations, even rent blankets and pillows by the hour. Menu prices reflect the true service. Couples pay premium rates for basic coffee while essentially renting private space for extended periods. Many locations operate more like short-term accommodation than actual restaurants. The phenomenon emerged from Korea's intense family culture, where multiple generations often share tiny apartments and privacy becomes a luxury. Young adults in their 20s commonly live with parents until marriage, making romantic relationships incredibly challenging to maintain. Traditional motels carry social stigma, but coffee shops provide plausible cover stories for spending hours together away from home. Some establishments push boundaries further, offering study rooms with beds, nap cafes with private chambers, and themed locations designed specifically for couples seeking intimacy. Staff members understand the unspoken rules, providing minimal service while allowing customers maximum privacy. This creates a thriving industry built on Korean society's contradictions, where traditional family values clash with modern dating needs, creating creative solutions that technically stay within social bounds. Fact number 13. Drinking culture that never ends. Korean drinking culture isn't just about alcohol, it's a complex social ritual that can make or break careers, friendships, and business relationships. the concept of hosted company dinner transforms casual drinks into mandatory social obligations, where refusing participation can seriously damage professional prospects. Soju, Korea's national spirit, becomes the liquid foundation of almost every important social interaction. The rules governing Korean drinking sessions are incredibly strict and deeply hierarchical. Younger employees must pour drinks for senior colleagues, never fill their own glasses, and always use both hands when receiving alcohol from elders. Refusing to drink, even for religious or health reasons, can be interpreted as disrespecting the group and rejecting social bonds. Many foreign workers report feeling pressured to compromise personal values to maintain workplace relationships. These drinking marathons often extend until dawn, moving from restaurants to karaoke rooms to 24-hour bars across multiple neighborhoods. The Korean term cha refers to the endless rounds of bar hopping that follow formal dinners, creating social drinking experiences that can last 8 to 10 hours. Participants are expected to match their superiors, drink for drink, regardless of personal tolerance levels. The consequences of Korea's drinking culture extend far beyond hangovers. Alcoholism rates among Korean adults rank among the world's highest, with many professionals developing dependencies. Through mandatory social drinking, domestic violence statistics spike during heavy drinking seasons, and traffic accidents increase dramatically during corporate party periods. Yet the social pressure continues because drinking together represents trust, loyalty, and group membership in ways that sober interactions simply cannot replicate in Korean society. Fact number 12. Skinship rules in public. Korean couples navigate one of the world's most complex systems of public display affection rules, where the wrong gesture can trigger social scandal. The concept of skinship, borrowed English describing physical intimacy, carries different meanings depending on location, time of day, and the age of people watching. What's considered sweet romance in Hongdae becomes social taboo in traditional neighborhoods. Just kilometers away, hand-holding and gentle arm-linking are generally acceptable. But even these innocent gestures follow unwritten protocols. Couples avoid excessive touching near schools, religious buildings, and areas where elderly Koreans congregate. The generational divide creates geographic boundaries. Younger districts tolerate more affection, while traditional areas maintain stricter standards. Many couples report consciously changing their behavior when traveling between neighborhoods. Kissing in public remains controversial across most of Korea, with passionate displays potentially resulting in verbal confrontation from strangers. Korean social media regularly features debates about appropriate public affection levels, with conservative voices pushing for stricter standards, while younger generations demand more acceptance. Some university campuses have designated couple zones where increased physical affection is tolerated. The rules create interesting behavioral patterns among Korean couples. Many develop elaborate hand signals and subtle touches that communicate affection without triggering social disapproval. They master the art of romantic intimacy through eye contact, gentle shoulder touches, and carefully timed smiles. This restraint often intensifies private moments, as couples compensate for public limitations with increased affection in private settings. The result is a dating culture where emotional connection often develops more deeply than physical expression, creating relationships built on communication and patience rather than immediate physical gratification. Fact number 11. Gaming addictions and midnight laws. South Korea's relationship with gaming culture is simultaneously cutting-edge and deeply troubled, creating some of the world's most extreme regulations around digital entertainment. PC Bang's internet cafes operate 24/7 throughout Korean cities, providing high-speed gaming environments where people can play for days without returning home. These establishments became so problematic that the government implemented midnight curfews, specifically targeting young gamers. The shutdown law once prohibited children under 16 from accessing online games between midnight and 6 a.m., making Korea the first country to legally regulate gaming hours. While later modified, these laws reflected genuine social concerns about gaming addiction destroying family relationships and academic performance. PC bangs still require ID verification and monitor usage patterns, but enforcement remains inconsistent across different neighborhoods. Korean gaming culture produces both world champions and social casualties. Professional esports athletes earn celebrity status and million-dollar contracts, while gaming addicts sometimes die from exhaustion after multi-day playing sessions. The same PC bangs that host international tournaments also provide refuge for homeless individuals and social outcasts who essentially live inside gaming environments. The addiction problem extends beyond teenagers to include adults escaping workplace stress and social pressures. Many Korean workers spend entire weekends in PC bangs, using games as psychological escape from intense societal expectations. Some locations provide sleeping areas, shower facilities, and meal services, essentially functioning as gaming hotels. The government continues experimenting with various regulatory approaches, but the fundamental tension remains: how can a country leading global gaming innovation simultaneously protect citizens from gaming's destructive potential? The Midnight Laws represent Korea's ongoing struggle to balance technological progress with social responsibility. Fact number 10. Plastic surgery capital of the world. Seoul's Gangnam district contains more plastic surgery clinics per square mile than anywhere else on Earth, creating a concentrated beauty modification industry that generates billions in annual revenue. The famous Gangnam beauty phenomenon isn't just a K-drama concept. It reflects real social pressures that drive millions of Koreans to surgically alter their appearance before entering the job, market, or dating scene. Double eyelid surgery has become so commonplace that many Korean parents give procedures to children as high school graduation presents. The surgery creates a Western-style eyelid fold that's considered more attractive. According to Korean beauty standards, rhinoplasty, jaw reshaping, and skin whitening procedures follow close behind. In popularity, some high schools report that over 30% of female graduates receive cosmetic surgery before starting university. The industry markets itself aggressively through subway advertisements, celebrity endorsements, and medical tourism packages targeting international clients. Korean plastic surgeons have developed specialized techniques for Asian facial features, making Seoul a destination for patients from across Asia seeking procedures that enhance rather than completely transform ethnic characteristics. The medical expertise is genuine. Korean surgeons pioneered many facial reconstruction techniques, now used worldwide. However, the social pressure creates concerning patterns. Job applications often require recent photographs, and employment discrimination based on appearance remains legal in many industries. Some companies explicitly prefer candidates with specific facial features, making surgery feel economically necessary rather than personally desired. The beauty standards are so specific that multiple people sometimes emerge from surgery looking nearly identical, earning the nickname Gangnam Clone Syndrome. This creates a society where natural beauty feels insufficient, and surgical enhancement becomes the expected norm rather than personal choice. Fact number 9. Dating contracts and blind matches. Korean dating culture operates through formal systems that would seem bizarre to most international observers. So getting blind date arrangements are organized with the precision of business meetings, complete with detailed background checks, financial verification, and specific compatibility requirements. These aren't casual setups, they're serious matchmaking efforts often involving family members, co-workers, and professional dating services. The preliminary process resembles job interviews more than romantic introductions. Potential matches exchange detailed profiles including education history, family background, career prospects, and sometimes even credit scores. Parents frequently participate in the screening process, providing their own evaluations of potential partners for their adult children. Many Koreans report feeling more pressure during blind date preparations than actual job interviews before official dating begins. Many couples enter some relationships, a uniquely Korean concept describing the ambiguous period between friendship and romance. During this phase, couples test compatibility without formal commitment, often lasting months while both parties evaluate long-term potential. The sum period includes specific rules. about communication frequency, gift-giving, and meeting each other's friends. Once couples decide to officially date, many create written or verbal contracts outlining relationship expectations, financial responsibilities, and future goals. These agreements might specify how often to meet, who pays for dates, when to meet parents, and timelines for marriage discussions. Korean couples often maintain detailed spreadsheets tracking relationship milestones and expenses. While this systematic approach might seem unromantic, many Koreans appreciate the clarity and reduced ambiguity. The contracts help prevent misunderstandings and ensure both parties share similar expectations. About relationship progression, creating partnerships built on practical compatibility rather than purely emotional attraction. Fact number 8. K-pop's strict morality rules. Behind K-pop's glamorous international success lies one of the entertainment industry's most restrictive moral codes, where idol careers can be destroyed by a single photograph or rumor. Entertainment agencies impose dating bans that prohibit romantic relationships for years, sometimes extending throughout entire contracts. These aren't casual suggestions, they're legally binding agreements that can result in financial penalties, contract termination, and industry blacklisting. The morality clauses extend far beyond dating restrictions. K-pop idols face rules governing social media usage, public appearances, personal friendships, and even family interactions. Agencies monitor phone calls, inspect personal belongings, and require detailed reports about daily activities. Some contracts include clauses allowing companies to control idols' weight, hairstyle, clothing choices, and social circles for the duration of their careers. When idols violate these rules, consequences can be swift and devastating. Dating scandals regularly force group members into temporary hiatus or permanent retirement from the industry. Fans sometimes organize boycotts against idols who admit to romantic relationships. Viewing dating as betrayal of their parasocial relationships, the pressure creates an environment where normal human experiences become career-threatening risks. The system produces psychological casualties alongside global superstars. Many former idols report struggles with depression, anxiety, and difficulty forming healthy relationships. After years of enforced isolation, some agencies provide psychological support, but the fundamental contradiction remains: an industry that profits from simulated intimacy with fans while denying performers authentic human connections. The international success of K-pop has begun forcing some changes to these policies, but the underlying moral restrictions continue shaping the lives of thousands of young performers who sacrifice personal freedom for entertainment industry success. Fact number 7. Secret love. Motels. Korea's love motel industry operates as an open secret throughout the country, providing romantic accommodations that officially don't exist in a society that values family propriety above individual privacy. These establishments, identifiable by their neon signs and themed decorations, serve couples seeking intimate spaces away from multi-generational households and social surveillance. The motels maintain the pretense of being regular accommodation, while everyone understands their true purpose. The architectural design of love motels reflects their dual nature. Discreet entrances allow guests to enter without being seen, while elaborate themed rooms create romantic atmospheres impossible to achieve in typical Korean homes. Some locations feature jacuzzis, mood lighting, costume wardrobes, and even karaoke systems. Hourly rates make these spaces affordable for young couples, while 24-hour availability accommodates Korea's unpredictable work and social schedules. The clientele extends beyond unmarried couples to include married pairs seeking privacy from children and extended family members. In a country where multiple generations often share small living spaces, love motels provide the only available option for marital intimacy. Some locations cater specifically to different demographics: business class motels for professionals, budget options for students, and luxury establishments for special occasions. Despite their prevalence, love motels remain socially invisible in polite conversation. Families pretend they don't exist. Conservative groups ignore their widespread operation, and even progressive Koreans avoid discussing them openly. The industry thrives in this social blind spot, generating substantial revenue while maintaining careful separation from mainstream society. This contradiction perfectly captures Korean culture's approach to sexuality, acknowledging human needs while maintaining traditional appearances, creating elaborate systems that serve practical purposes while preserving social fiction. Fact number 6. Cafes that never close. Korean cafe culture has evolved into something unprecedented. 24 are establishments that function as secondary living spaces for millions of urban dwellers. These aren't just places to grab coffee, they're refuges where people study, work, date, sleep, and essentially conduct entire portions of their lives outside traditional homes. The phenomenon emerged from Korea's intense academic pressure, limited living space, and social culture that values public gathering over private isolation. Students camp in these cafes for 12-hour study sessions, armed with textbooks, laptops, and phone chargers. Many locations provide designated study areas with individual desks, electrical outlets, and unlimited Wi-Fi access. The cafe becomes a secondary classroom where students prepare for Korea's notoriously competitive university entrance exams. Some establishments offer shower facilities and sleeping pods, essentially functioning as budget hotels for academic refugees. The 24-hour operations schedule accommodates Korea's unpredictable work culture, where business meetings can extend past midnight and social obligations continue until dawn. Night shift workers use cafes as transition spaces between work and home, while early morning commuters treat them as preparation areas before starting their daily routines. The constant activity creates a unique social ecosystem where strangers share space for extended periods. Different types of cafes serve specialized purposes. Study cafes focus on academic work. Work cafes provide business meeting spaces. And date cafes offer romantic environments for couples. Some locations charge by the hour rather than per order, acknowledging that customers are primarily renting space rather than purchasing beverages. The success of this model reflects Korean society's communal approach to daily life, where public spaces substitute for private comfort and social interaction takes precedence over individual solitude. Fact number 5. Shamanism in the city beneath Seoul's gleaming skyscrapers and high-tech facade. Ancient shamanic practices thrive in ways that would surprise most international visitors. Fortune tellers operate openly throughout the city, offering services ranging from career advice to romantic compatibility readings. These aren't tourist attractions, they raise legitimate businesses serving Korean clients who integrate traditional spiritual guidance with modern decision-making. Sayu for pillars of destiny. Fortune-telling remains particularly popular among Koreans facing major life decisions. Business executives consult shamans before signing contracts. Parents seek spiritual guidance about children's education paths, and young adults request compatibility readings. Before serious relationships, the practice involves detailed birth information analysis that many Koreans consider as reliable as financial planning or career counseling. The locations of these spiritual services reflect their mainstream acceptance. Fortune tellers operate shops in busy commercial districts, advertise services through modern marketing techniques, and maintain professional websites with customer testimonials. Some specialize in specific areas: business success, academic achievement, health concerns, or relationship guidance. Prices vary widely, with premium shamans charging hundreds of dollars for comprehensive life readings. The integration of shamanism with contemporary Korean life creates fascinating contradictions. Technology workers consult spirits about career moves. Medical students seek spiritual guidance about exam success. And fashion designers request supernatural insight about business ventures. Many Korean celebrities openly discuss their relationships with fortune tellers, normalizing spiritual consultation in popular culture. This blend of ancient wisdom with modern ambition reflects Korea's unique ability to maintain traditional practices while embracing rapid social change, creating a society where smartphone-equipped citizens regularly seek advice from practitioners of thousand-year-old spiritual traditions. Fact number 4. Beauty obsession in daily life. Korean beauty culture extends far beyond skincare routines. It is a comprehensive lifestyle approach. that influences daily decisions from morning to night. The average Korean woman uses 12 to 15 different beauty products each day, following multi-step routines that can take over an hour to complete. Men increasingly participate in this beauty obsession, with Korean male cosmetics sales growing faster than any other global market. Cosmetic stores occupy nearly every street corner in Korean cities, creating a retail landscape dominated by beauty products. The competition between brands drives constant innovation, with new products launching weekly and beauty trends changing monthly. Korean consumers test products with scientific precision, reading ingredient lists, comparing effectiveness reviews, and tracking results through detailed beauty journals. The beauty obsession influences professional and social success in measurable ways. Job applicants routinely spend months preparing their appearance for interviews, understanding that visual presentation can determine career opportunities. Dating culture rewards those who master beauty techniques, with appearance-focused social media gaining millions of Korean followers. Some universities offer courses in personal grooming and image management. The daily commitment to beauty maintenance requires significant time and financial investment. Many Koreans wake up extra early to complete elaborate morning routines, budget substantial portions of their income for beauty products, and schedule regular professional treatments for skin, hair, and body care. The beauty industry has become so integrated into daily life that skipping routines feels socially unacceptable. This creates a culture where external appearance serves as personal expression, social communication, and professional strategies simultaneously. Korean beauty culture doesn't just pursue attractiveness, it represents discipline, self-respect, and social consideration. The global influence of K-beauty reflects this comprehensive approach, offering international consumers not just products, but entire philosophical approaches to self-care and personal presentation. Fact number 3. Night markets and midnight snacks. Korean street food culture operates on a completely different schedule than most countries, with the most vibrant food scenes emerging after traditional dinner hours. Night markets and pajang-matcha street food tents create parallel food ecosystems that serve as social centers, dating locations, and cultural gathering spaces throughout the darkest hours. These aren't just late-night snack options, they're essential components of Korean social life. The variety of street food available after midnight rivals what most countries offer. During peak dining hours, tteokbokki spicy rice cakes, hotteok sweet pancakes, and countless variations of fried, grilled, and steamed specialties fill the streets. Many vendors operate exclusively during late hours, having perfected recipes and built customer bases around Korea's nightowl culture. The quality often surpasses restaurant food, with vendors specializing in single dishes for decades. These late-night food experiences serve multiple social functions. Business colleagues continue conversations over street food after formal dinners. University students fuel all-night study sessions with cheap, filling meals, and couples enjoy intimate dining experiences in shared tent spaces. The casual atmosphere breaks down social hierarchies that govern formal restaurant dining, allowing more relaxed interactions across age and status differences. The economics of night market culture reflect Korea's unique social rhythms. Many vendors earn their primary income during hours when most businesses close, serving customers whose social and work schedules extend far beyond traditional time frames. Some locations operate continuously, with different vendors serving breakfast, lunch, dinner, and late-night crowds in endless rotation. The survival of street food culture in an increasingly modernized society demonstrates Korea's commitment to preserving social traditions that foster community connection, while technology and urbanization transform most aspects of Korean life. The night markets maintain spaces where strangers share tables, conversations flow freely, and authentic cultural experiences remain accessible to anyone willing to stay awake past midnight. Fact number 2. Hierarchy in love and work. Korean society operates through intricate hierarchy systems that govern every social interaction, making age, education, military service, and job titles more important than personal compatibility in determining relationship dynamics. The concept of Sunbae Senior and Hubei Junior extends beyond professional environments into romantic relationships, friendships, and even casual conversations with strangers. Age differences of just 1 year can completely alter relationship dynamics between Korean couples. The older partner automatically assumes certain responsibilities and privileges, while the younger person shows respect through specific language patterns, gift-giving protocols, and decision-making deference. Many international couples struggle with these expectations, as Western concepts of equality conflict with Korean hierarchical traditions. Military service creates another layer of social ranking that influences civilian relationships for decades. Men who completed military service hold social status over those who haven't, affecting everything from workplace dynamics to dating prospects. Women often prefer partners with military experience, viewing service completion as evidence of maturity and social responsibility. The 2-year service requirement creates age-based hierarchies that persist throughout professional careers. Educational background establishes permanent social rankings that influence marriage prospects, career opportunities, and social circles. Graduates from prestigious universities like Seoul National University maintain lifelong advantages in Korean society, with their educational credentials opening doors decades after graduation. Many Korean families invest enormous resources in children's education, specifically to secure favorable positions in these social hierarchies. The result is a society where personal merit matters less than structural positioning, creating relationships built on clearly defined roles rather than individual equality. While these systems provide social stability and clear expectations, they also limit personal freedom and individual expression. Modern Korean couples increasingly negotiate these traditions, seeking balance between respecting cultural hierarchies and pursuing authentic emotional connections. Fact number 1. The double life of Korean youth. Korean young adults have mastered the art of living dual existences, maintaining perfect propriety during daylight hours while unleashing completely different personalities once darkness falls. This isn't simple rebellion. It has a sophisticated cultural adaptation that allows individuals to satisfy traditional family expectations while pursuing personal desires that would otherwise be socially unacceptable. During daylight hours, Korean youth embody filial piety, academic dedication, and professional ambition. They bow respectfully to elders, speak in formal language patterns, dress conservatively, and avoid any behavior that might bring shame to their families. University students spend entire days in libraries. Young professionals work overtime without complaint, and unmarried adults live with parents while maintaining celibate appearances. The transformation that occurs after sunset is remarkable and systematic. The same individuals who spent the day in conservative clothing emerge wearing revealing outfits, speaking casually with strangers, drinking heavily in public, and engaging in romantic behaviors that would scandalize their families. Nightclub districts like Hongdae and Itaewon become playgrounds, where normal social rules temporarily disappear. This dual existence requires careful compartmentalization and elaborate deception strategies. Young Koreans maintain separate social media accounts, develop alternative friend groups, and create detailed cover stories to explain late-night absences. Many become expert liars by necessity, crafting believable explanations for unexplained time, mysterious expenses, and physical evidence of nocturnal activities. The psychological toll of maintaining these double lives affects an entire generation of Korean youth. Many report feeling like they're living as two different people, struggling to integrate their authentic desires with social expectations. Some develop anxiety disorders from constant deception, while others become addicted to the extreme contrast between their day and night personalities. Yet this system persists because it allows Korean society to maintain traditional appearances, while accommodating modern desires, creating a compromise that satisfies neither traditional values nor individual freedom, but somehow allows both to coexist in the same culture. South Korea represents one of the world's most fascinating cultural paradoxes of society that has mastered the art of being simultaneously traditional and revolutionary, conservative and rebellious, family-oriented and individually expressive. These 15 facts reveal a country where ancient Confucian values coexist with cutting-edge modernity, creating social systems that are uniquely Korean and impossible to replicate elsewhere for travelers planning to experience Korean culture firsthand. Understanding these contradictions becomes essential for respectful and successful visits. Respect the hierarchy systems by learning basic age-appropriate language, but don't be surprised when the same people become completely different after dark. Appreciate the beauty culture without judgment, while recognizing the social pressures that drive such intense focus on appearance. Try the street food, visit APC Bang, and observe the cafe culture. But remember that you're witnessing survival strategies developed by people navigating complex social expectations. The cost of experiencing Korean nightlife varies dramatically depending on your choices. Budget. Travelers can enjoy street food and basic bars for under $30 per night. The real genius of Korean culture lies not in its individual elements, but in its ability to balance opposing forces that would tear apart less flexible societies. As Korea continues evolving and influencing global culture through K-pop, K-dramas, and K-beauty, these fundamental contradictions will likely persist, creating endless fascination for anyone willing to look beyond surface appearances and appreciate the beautiful complexity of human cultural adaptation.